Hello guys, it's Olga today with you, and today I'm making again video about village houses just because I want to be very honest with you. I want to tell the things how it is without saying this is super nice, buy. See, I post, by the way, I have my Telegram channel where I'm posting all the great offers for the village houses. So if you're interested, you are for sure can subscribe in our Telegram group or write in our WhatsApp and have all the advertisements. I want you just to say how is the things in reality, to not make you scammed and disappointed once you came to Ukraine. So if you're interested in village houses, stay with me. What actually inspired me to make this video? This is the case with one of our clients who recently came to Ukraine after purchasing house in village. So actually he came with one backpack, even without baggage. And he planned that, okay, today I'm arriving to the city, tomorrow from this city I'm coming to village, and done. I will stay 1 month, in the end of the month I will back. And how with all that you can come with one backpack? You know, you are moving to new country, you are coming to new purchased house, whatever this house have. At least you need towel, you need bed sheets, you need some kind of soap, I don't know, you need some plates to eat, some forks, because I don't think this is nice to use forks and bed sheets from the owners who was living there, I guess. So anyway, you really need to have some set of the things which is necessary for you to live, whatever, regardless, even if the owners, like in his case, they left for him everything. So if somebody is coming with a backpack, I consider that he need to have the pack of the money on his pocket, and he will be very fine to pay for everything on the place, to arrange everything for him. Otherwise, you really need to consider that you need to bring a lot of things with you, at least from the nearest city, to buy everything, to buy so many things actually, and come to village and live there. So imagine when this client arrived, he was planning to go and to his village, and we find out that there is no buses in the nearest few days which will deliver him to his village at all. So actually I asked my husband to bring him to this village just because he was already there. And even on the way they stuck in some huge mud field with no coverage of cell phone, with nothing. They had to walk something like 1 kilometer to bring a tractor, and there was so many other things and so many other adventures which they face on the way with everything. And why I'm telling all this is not bad, but I want just to tell that as a foreigner, if you are coming alone, you don't speak language, and you will stuck somewhere in the middle of the field with no coverage for the cell phone, I don't know what you're going to do at all, because you know, you are just can put yourself in a trouble. So good that this guy, he was having somebody with him, and somebody local, and he helped him to arrange everything, and they finished this trip with a happy end, let's say like that. But anyway, you can fall in so many situations and in so many troubles, and I really suggest you to buy houses in the area where you really know somebody and when somebody can help. Many guys ask me to buy house next to the Kiev just because they want to arrive and they don't to fly to airport, and they don't want to take long time to reach to their houses or something like that. First of all, if you are targeting cheap houses, Kiev is expensive city anyway, and there is no cheap houses next to the Kiev. And even if you want to buy house with $2,000 house, which you will buy somewhere in the region, in just in the middle of Ukraine with $2,000, it would be a way better house than you will buy next to Kiev. So maybe the one which our client, for example, purchased for $2,200, the whole house with electricity, with heating, with so many buildings around, like barn, summer kitchen, garage, and so fans, water, all that, you will pay maybe about 7,000 or 8,000 exactly for the same house, just because it's located more close to the Kiev. So if you are really targeting cheap houses, it's always better to go more far to Kiev, to the nice place, to the nice location, but it will help you to save a lot of money for the same things. Now I want to talk about prices and budget which people have. If you have $2,000 budget, yes, your choices is not much. You need to have some house in a very remote city, and this is the only one option for you. If you find $100,000, $200,000, yes, you can have very nice house next to Kiev in a great neighborhood, and that's also your option. What if you have, let's say, for example, 10, 15, $20,000? What you can buy with such price? And it's a very big difference, and you need to sacrifice one thing for another thing. For example, for $15,000, let's say like that, you can have very great house in some remote village. It can be a super house with super interior, with super, and I will post you examples exactly which right now is for sale, which is in remote village for $15,000. But yes, this is remote, this is far place, you have nothing, but you have super beautiful house. At the same time, if you say, no, I don't want remote village, whatever, so I want to live next to the city, you can have something else. You can have very old, stupid house, maybe with no bathroom, maybe with no water inside, but the location would be great because you will be living exactly next to big city where you can have access to all the services. So once you are talking, because many people ask me, show me house which costs $15,000, $20,000, $5,000. There is in this for this exactly amount of money. It so much depends what is the most important for you. Do you care about comfort more, about services more, or you don't need anything around? You just want to have nice house inside. So that's a big difference, and this is the point which you need to consider. Now I want to remind you what's important when you are buying village houses. For me personally, that's my personal criteria, but I really recommend you to listen my opinion. First, this is heating. This is super important. If you are planning to buy a house for any other season than just living in summer, you need to think about heating. If you have heater, buy wooden. First, for sure, you need to arrange this wooden and pay for it. Second, that as I know, if you have old style of heater like this, very old, because you will buy it with the house, you need to put wood something like every 3-4 hours. This is 100%. And even if you will super heat it for the night, in the middle of night you need to wake up and put more wooden, or you will wake up in super cold house. And every day in winter, that would be super annoying. So the best houses, this is the one which have gas heating, because gas, you turn it on, it is always working, whatever, so, and you have a warm house always. So this is a huge advantage. And when I'm searching for houses, I'm trying to find houses mostly with the gas heating and propose to people. Don't forget that my Telegram group if you're interested in houses. Another super important things which I consider, this is water. So the best thing if water is in the house for any reason, if it centralized water or this is your personal water well with the pump and you have water in the house. But if we are talking about cheap houses, most of the time these things is not available. Another thing which can be available, this is water in the yard. You can have well, or again you can have connection to the central water source, but it's just water in the yard. This is pretty good because whatever you want, you just buy pipe and bring it to house. It's more easy to make, but this is happening with the cheap houses. And even our client who I was talking about with $2,200, he was having gas heating and he was having water source in his yard, which is a great offer exactly. And the third option, this is the worst, if you have water if you use water from the public well. So every villages, they always have public wells located somewhere on the street, and it's somehow on every street of the village you can have public water well. But every time when you need water, you need to take bucket, go to this water well, take it from the ground and bring it to your house through it, then go again and again and again and again, because even if you want to have shower, I guess you need something like 10 buckets of water, whatever, just to have a shower. I'm not talking about food and everything else. So I'm always trying to find the best price. We are not posting all possible house offers for selling. No, we always try to find gas heating, water, and everything what can give the clients the most comfortable feeling for the living. Because yes, we don't want to propose something super stupid that people will have hard time to manage how to deal with that at all. Another thing which people don't really consider, that you can buy a very cheap house in some remote village just because nobody wants to live there, so they always selling them for cheap. People don't think that that the cost of materials, if you want to arrange anything to your house, is the same regardless if you are living in Kiev or you are living in a super remote area. What I mean, if you, for example, want to build a fence around your house, regardless you pay $1,000 for the whole house or you pay 100,000. If you want to build the most simple fence, it will cost you maybe $2,000-3,000 extra. So the fence can be 3 times cost of the house at the end, because concrete price will be the same, furniture price will be the same, everything will be the same. Maybe you can say that workers who will do this for you, they will charge little bit less than workers who will do this for you in Kiev. It can be, but you need to add price for transportation, because for example, if you are living in village next to city, even you can arrange everything from the city. But if you are living far from city, still you arrange everything from city, but you are paying much more to transport everything to you, all building materials, furniture, whatever you need to bring. If you don't have your own car, you will pay for transportation a big amount. And even if you have your own car, you don't own a huge van actually to carry everything. So still you will have to have these expenses, and these expenses will be much higher than bring anything within 5 kilometers from the city. Also, I want to remind people who are searching for medical services, beauty salons, barber shops, or some other services. For sure, in deep villages, they are not, in remote villages, they are not available. And even if you're talking about hospitals exactly, even the private hospital will not be available in the nearest city. So you will most likely have to travel to main city. And here, I just want to explain you a little bit structure of Ukraine. So I will compare to United States so everybody will understand. We have the whole country like states. We have in the United States, you have states. In Ukraine, we have something called oblast or region in English. And in every state, every region of Ukraine, it has the capital city, like Sacramento in California or Salt Lake City in Utah. We have also something called Ternopil, Khmelnytsky, Vinnytsia, Chernivtsi, Poltava, and so on. And every of these places, this capital city, it usually have all the services and everything is available. And if you are buying house next to such city, you almost don't feel the difference that you are living next to Kiev, unless you can even have faster transportation, cheaper services, and everything still will be available. Then in the whole region, you can have a lot of small districts, and every district have district city. This city can be something big, can be something small and have no services, or can be something big and have some services. It just depends from the district by itself. And then every district have a lot of villages around. So village can be actually around main city, like I told you, around Sacramento or around Salt Lake City. Same, it can be around Vinnytsia or around Poltava. And villages exactly around such big cities. This is, you can say that you are living in suburb. You have access to all the services, to everything. But if you are living in the district level, in some remote village from the district, this is the cheapest houses, but this is the most far from any kind of services. So you need to think that you really need to have some person who can always be in contact with you, or not always be in contact, that you can always contact her if you need any kind of support and any kind of services, because at the end Google Translate will not always work on the phone. If you need to call to somebody, you not always have internet connection, and so on. So Google Translate simply cannot work, and you always need to, I advise you, to have some contact next to you somehow who can help you. Okay guys, so I guess I give you general idea how the things is working, and if you have your own experience, please write in the comments, share your experience, how it was with your house purchasing or living in visiting villages. And I hope that this video was useful as always for you. Love you all guys. Bye bye.